Mr. Gabriel, how are we tonight, my friend? Just making sure the TikTok is all set up. I think it is. Man, I really wish I could see what the TikTok stream actually was seeing, but you can't do that on Mac, unfortunately. They don't have the TikTok Live Studio on Mac, and I am using my phone as the face cam, so I don't really feel like booting up another phone just to be able to see it. I can see the chat, that's what matters, I suppose. Welcome. Alright. Doing well? Glad to hear it, my friend. I promised a third Sham farming stream. Mr. Fatal, welcome. I promised a third Sham farming stream, and here it is. We did Battlefront last time, the journey to the 501st. That's our first stab at that win streak. And I finally made a thumbnail for that, so if you haven't, feel free to check it out. But yeah, I started Teachers College yesterday and had classes yesterday and had classes today. I don't even know what that means, Mr. Fatal, but I'm sure it's nothing good. But yeah, getting used to the school routine again. It's always gonna be something whenever, no matter what you're doing, if you're doing undergrad or just doing whatever kind of schooling, that first day with all the assignments, all the due dates, everything they throw at you is it's a lot. It's different than the undergrad, though. I will say the dynamic isn't maybe as academically structured. I know it's kind of weird to say for a teacher's college, but it's not like as academically structured as what I'm used to, I suppose. So, you know, a lot more socialization, I'd say, with like your peers. Like everything you do, you're bouncing ideas off of your table group, and whatnot. So, it's important though. It's I'm learning some pretty decent stuff. Haitian baby girls, oh my lord, have mercy. I don't know why you just know that abbreviation, and I'm not gonna question why you know that abbreviation. All right. But we're here. We're here for some more Sham farming. No games online? What a shock. Alright, let me put my on-screen things here. We need some Shams. We got one on the final run of second final run. It was going to be the final run, but I didn't want to... oh, damn. I was gonna say, how am I supposed to do... No, modern Mac OS, I don't want that window there, thank you. Okay, I just have to keep a really close eye on the chats on the TikTok so I don't miss them. I'm sure you do, Mr. Fatal. I'm sure many people would. Not many get the grace of seeing the 94 Sham. Very less obtaining one. I probably won't do that with the Sham when we find it. I'm gonna keep it nice and shiny in a good place. So, but you know what? To each their own. Okay. The stream will not be as long as a regular Sham stream. I do have to get up tomorrow. Don't have classes, but I'm driving people somewhere, so will not be a 3-hour stream. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We got plenty of time. The night is young, so to speak. Could I enjoy some sleep? I'm sure I could, but I'm also enjoying this. So, but yeah, I have Mondays are gonna suck for the next couple weeks because I do have placement. So that's like when they send you off to a school so you can shadow the teacher and whatnot, right? That starts on like the 3rd week of September on the Mondays, and then it eventually turns into a full week thing, but for now it's just that. But it doesn't, like, 3rd week, so we got 2 Mondays until it's not, so the Mondays are just labeled as professional learning days, and they're like online info sessions, I'm assuming, at the moment. But so it's a Zoom meeting, right? You're sitting at home. They start at 8:30, and it goes right to 4 in the afternoon. Now, I'm no mathematician, but that's around 7.5 hours? And I'm all for learning, but That's a long ass time. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what kind of information they're gonna dump on us in that thing. If it goes through me, it will be. Why, Mr. Fatal? Why must you do these things? Why must you think these things? Alright, no sham. We know it's possible. We got max iridium. I've completely forgotten all of the items that people have requested that I look for, except for the top. Yeah, I know that one's near and dear to our hearts to look for. Just get money, I suppose. We're almost at max money too, damn. So yeah, we'll see what we can find. That's the love of Borderlands, is that you literally have no idea what you're gonna find. And you know what? Maybe you don't find anything, because that's also part of the equation. I like school because of the socialization. Making new friends is always cool. Yeah, and I think, like, I don't know. Like, I often think, and I kind of have to think this way, because of my assignments in classes. Like, what kind of teacher do you want to be, per se? And I don't want to be a teacher that's so strict on the academic side of things. Like at the end of the day, as much as we're teacher-student, right, we're also people. We're all people. We all live life. And you know what? I'm there to give the tools to the students so that they can interact with the world around them in a comfortable way for them, in a way that gives them knowledge and gives them like a good mindset, a good direction to follow, I suppose. And to also learn about themselves, because for grade 9s and 10s, you're kind of learning who you want to become in life, right, at that point. So you want to give them the tools so that they can find that life for themselves. You know, when they're in a situation where their instructors or peers aren't with them, they have the knowledge to guide themselves through the world. But for the moment, while I am teaching them, you know, that's I've often been thinking of like the final assignment that I want to give a grade 9 or something, right? Like, and you know, there's so much. I'm not gonna unpack it all on stream because we're here to play video games. But like, you know, you gotta think, like, modern school is different. Like, there's a whole bunch of different pedagogies and teaching styles nowadays, right? And you have to be accommodating for all kinds of learning styles as well. So, you know, having different kinds of assignments, having different options for assignments, because you gotta remember, it's their learning, it's their education, right? So they need to build it. They need to feel credited for the things that they do. And one of the things I want to start off the class with is have the classroom just be blank. Like, it's blank all around. Remember, I want to be a teacher just like you. Oh, yes. I remember the identity theft you're going to pull, Mr. Fatal. But have the classroom completely blank. And I want to make this, like, tree thing on the wall, right? And as, like, an introductory exercise, you make your name, like have a name tag or a sticker or whatever, and stick it to a branch of the tree. And as you go along through the course, you learn more about yourself, you learn how to interact with yourself, you learn how to interact with others, with yourself, you learn how to find yourself and what your name means to you, what it means maybe historically, what it means, like, what it means. I mean, I don't know, this is just like a generalization of it, but like, what does it mean to you? How deep does that meaning go, kind of thing, right? I wrote some of this down earlier because I was thinking about it. Huh? But, and then, so as the course goes on, the tree grows, your branch grows, and then by the end of the term, I want the final assignment or whatever. It doesn't need to be an essay or whatever. It can't be an essay if you want, but like, show me that you can communicate, that you can see who you are now. Like, communicate that with me. And that's what I'll, like, grade you on, like, how well you have learned to communicate with yourself, how well you know yourself, how well you know, or how well you think you'll be able to know yourself as life goes on, and just how you can communicate that with the world, basically, right? I don't know. I still got like a couple of years before I implement that, but it's just like, rough thinking. That would be really cool. Could give the students more of a sense of accomplishment. Yeah, you want accomplishment, you want belonging, right? Like, decorating the classroom in stuff that they have made creates the sense that it's a second home to them. And for some students, depending on where they come from, right? Like, depending on their home sense or home scene, that classroom may act as a safe place for them. And having it be like something that's decorated in their accomplishments and their feats and that kind of stuff, it creates a safe environment for them, a place that they feel like they can belong. And learning always goes easier in those kinds of environments, right? Mr. Kevin, welcome, my friend. Yo, 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 how are we tonight? How's it hanging? Oh, Sham. Give me the Sham. You sure you want to be a teacher, Mr. Fatal? I don't know if that'll swing in the classroom. I'm excited for Borderlands 4. I didn't realize, like, I knew it was coming out September 12th, but I'm like, I saw a post online. It's like, oh, who's ready for Borderlands 4 next week? I'm like, next week? But yeah, it comes out next Friday. I'm not going to be able to play it on Friday, which kind of sucks. Because I ordered it off of Amazon physically. And it would be one hell of a miracle if Amazon could somehow get that out either on the Friday or maybe even on the Saturday. That would be one hell of an accomplishment, but I highly doubt it. So, where is the... Oh, there he is. I see the chat. Hang on, Mr. Kevin. Let me just earn ourselves a 94 Sham real quick. So beautiful. I fixed my Vita too. I was scared because it was like having some weird funky power on and off issues. Like it would power on plugged in and you could unplug it and it would stay on. But it wouldn't power on from off without being plugged in, and then when it was on and unplugged it would die in like 5 minutes, but it wouldn't give any indication that it was gonna die, so I think some piece of plastic from the battery retention clip might have been shorting out the board because it broke off. So I just took that piece out and taped up the rest of the bracket and then reseated the battery, and then it was all good, so now I'm happy again. Yo! As someone who loves school and hated home, I missed the half of the sermon, but my appreciation for you shot through the roof right there. I mean, I'm trying, my friend. I wanna be... Taught you? No. I wanna be the teacher, like, the culmination of all the good teaching methods that I found from my teachers, and also not be the ones that I found were, maybe less than stellar from other teachers. So, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes all people need is help, and if I can be that person that kind of offers that help, then for sure I'll go for it. What? You're facing the wrong way! How did you even What is that? We got a Logan's gun. Sure, I'll take that. Add it to the collection. Why not? I want to be a teacher that starts class by smoking a cigarette. I mean, like I said, to each his own, I suppose, but I don't think since the 50s you can do that anymore. My grandpa, he was a math teacher, and my mom kept she would tell me stories of him. She told me, because, she was taught by him once she got to high school, like, he would teach grade 9 to 13 math, and, he was like messing with one of the teachers. He snuck into the biology lab, took a pig's tail, and then stuck it under one of the doors of the other classrooms. And it's like during the middle of the day, right? And he comes running into his classroom, and he shuts the door. He's just listening. Oh, everybody's like looking at him, like what are you doing? He's just like listening with this big smile on his face. And then you hear the teacher across the hallway just scream. And then he just starts teaching the lesson, you know. You might not be able to do that kind of thing these days. I feel that would go against a few regulations, perhaps, but, you know, it's about having fun. You're there to learn, but learning can also be enhanced by fun. So, you do what you can. You enjoy the time while you're there, and make the most of it, because you're not there forever. I know everybody says it, and every high school kid's like, he's full of shit. But yeah, that 4 years goes by quick. Even in university, that 4 years went by quick. It's kind of weird going back to the same university, but for a whole different program. And not being with any of your peers that you had before. There's one girl who was in my English program, who's also in the Bachelor's of Education program, so that's nice, but, like, everybody else is gone. It's weird, and everybody's new to the school. Like, they applied from different schools, so at least I still have my student card, and I don't have to renew that, and I can kind of show them what buildings they need to go to. What about starting class by taking a shot of whiskey? I had one teacher, and I don't condone this, but I had one teacher. He was like my grade 9 science teacher, and I think he was the gym teacher too. He came to school with, after the students investigated this, the same 1 liter bottle or 2 liter bottle, whatever it was, of Diet Coke. Like, I'm not saying, you know, he went to the store every day to buy a 1 liter Diet Coke. It was physically the same bottle that he would come to school with, and I think we figured out it was like wine, or not wine, like whiskey or something, some kind of alcohol. So, I mean, he didn't teach after that year, so I don't know if he retired, because he wasn't old, but maybe, I don't know, teachers retire in their 50s, right? He might have been in retiring age, or maybe they caught on and were like, hey, as much as we understand why you're doing this, you can't be doing this. So, but yeah, it's just those fun stories that you would... Give me a sham, please. You're not gonna give me anything more? No? Oh! Damn. Huh. Man. My camera's a little far away. I'm wearing the merch, the unofficial channel merch shirt, but my camera is not pointed down for enough. There, oh, it's on the left side. There's the tagline, "Let's win some games" for the Battlefront series. And there's a picture of 5s on the back, but Ben got that made for me for my birthday. So we call it the unofficial channel merch. Maybe once the channel, if it ever gets to 1,000 subscribers and we start making money off of it, maybe we'll start a merch line for something. I don't know, some Vita Borderlands merch stuff. That'd be pretty cool. My economics professor swears during lectures, and I appreciate it. Oh yeah, you started university, didn't you? Or college? Yeah, you'll find it is very different from high school. I mean, obviously there's still the structure of things, right? Structure of academia, but yeah, it's very apparent that, you know, these people, they're people too, right? And for university and college professors specifically, more so university, teaching's the side thing that they do. They get paid by the university to do research in their field. That's their main thing. So, like, a lot of them have papers that are published, books that are published, and that's, like, their main focus. And then teaching is the secondary thing that they do. So, I mean, oftentimes you'll get some professors who are just, like, really passionate about teaching because they're just really passionate about their field. Other times you'll get some professors who are, like, maybe just don't want to be there, but were, like, forced to teach. I don't know, it's hit or miss, but yeah, you'll find that it's a lot more laid back and conversational, maybe is the word, sociable, compared to high school. I mean, you'll still get the teachers who are hard pressed for classroom structure, right? Like, that's... I'm not saying it just all goes away. Oh, he's not slag. Please don't leave. No, Brick, you're gonna make him disappear! Alright, we got him. I wore my I love emo bitches shirt. No one gave a shit. Yeah, that's the other thing. You're gonna see every kind of person in university and college. And I guess the I love emo bitches shirt is one of those kinds of people. So, yeah. There's a guy in my program right now. He's very knowledgeable, but my god does he talk loud. I don't know if he has hearing impairment or if he's just naturally loud, but holy shit, when it comes time to classroom discussion, and like you're discussing with your table groups and you're like the table right behind them, it's like, holy fuck, I can't even hear what my own group is saying. But my sociology professor introduced himself with a "you may already know who I am" type of intro, and I didn't have a clue who he was. I know you, and you don't know me. Yeah, that's kind of weird to say to first years. By fourth year, you kind of get to know the professors if you're sticking in one, well, area of study, right? Like, you see the teachers that kind of move up that area of study, and the classes get, like, way smaller by the time you get to fourth year. Like, you're talking maybe 10 people per class. Okay, we got the Logan's gun. I just want to see what that looks like on the Vita. We didn't look at the volcano. Right, let's look at the volcano first. I just want to show these off. We got them. We may as well show them off. I don't know what the volcano, like, its special effect is supposed to look like regularly, so I'm going to say maybe there's supposed to be other stuff. Kelly humbly requests a sacrifice if it's not too much trouble. Yeah, I don't know what makes that one special. Where's the Logan's gun? Where's the other thing we got? This one. Negative 30% weapons damage. I love to see that. I love how my gun just comes with a handicap automatically. Ooh. That's kind of cool. This gun has like a very oddly skeuomorphic 3D look, or stereoscopic 3D look to it on the Vita. Like, there's actual depth to it, which I think some of the other guns lack, but I'm kind of surprised the Vita kept it. Cool. I'm sure that texture doesn't look really anything like it's supposed to, but we're keeping it anyway. We keep all the legendary things. We're trying to collect as many things as possible in the Vita to look at it and experiment with it. Alright, we did not get Sham. So let's just keep looking. That's the fun of this farm, is hopes and dreams get shattered pretty quick and you're left the reality of things. Oh, I got... Wait, did I already say this? Yeah, I already said professional learning days. No, sir, I don't know who you are. And I don't necessarily give a shit about who you are. I mean, sometimes you get professors like that where it's just like, they talk forever, and you're just like, I'm here to do the class. I don't know. Not everybody is maybe appreciate or likes to teach, but you know, they're doing their best at the end of the day. I think they're there for a reason. They're smart people, but you know, maybe they're just not the most sociable. So, but they're trying their best. That's what I like to think. You're all there for a reason, and you're all trying to just make it to the end of the day. At the end of things. It's not cold water. Why not? I'm really, like, hoping that this series does not turn into me just farming for 3 hours and I get one Sham at the end of it. That would be really sad. But seeing as how we already got a Logan's gun on, like, run 2, that's filling me with some confidence that we're not just gonna be stuck with nothing. I don't know. At the end of the day, we are all human. Just because you got a piece of paper that says you're smart doesn't change anything between us. I mean, yes and no. We're all human, yes. but they have a degree and you don't yet, so that's a difference. But I know what you're saying. We're all people. Life happens. You just gotta, however you respond to those scenarios is what makes you a good teacher and a great teacher, I think. That being said, you still gotta put some guidelines in there, like, oh yeah, we're all human, but that doesn't mean you can hand your paper in a month late, unless there's, like, a really, really good reason for it. I can eat people. You know what? That is a difference, I suppose. I don't know why that's a difference, but, you know, that could be something. I can blow you up, I learned. I can shoot you so I don't have to wait for you to explode. I'm really... I keep saying this, and Borderlands 4 doesn't come out till October for the Switch 2. I'm really excited to see how that one runs. I'm really curious to see... Because Randy, Mr. Pitchford, Mr. Zach, welcome, my friend. He said on Twitter that the PS5... Because people were concerned about console performance, right? Like, I think all the gameplay that they were showing off was mainly of PC stuff. And, you know, I mean, just depends on the PC you have, right? If you have a shitty PC, the game's gonna run like crap, but people were concerned about the console performance. Understandably. And he said that they run buttery smooth on PS5 and Xbox Series X, and the Series S doesn't run too bad either, he said. The Switch 2, however, they said, they generally said this, it runs below 30 most of the time, and I'm kind of shocked that they actually came out and said that on the website. I was gonna get ice cream, or should I get a loaded shake instead? I mean, personally, I'm an ice cream guy. I didn't really drink shakes growing up. I mean, as a diabetic, you probably shouldn't be eating too much ice cream either, but whenever the chance presented itself, I always went for ice cream. What kind of ice cream would it be? Wouldn't be surprised that my family's lineage was the last to evolve from primal beasts, considering how animalistic I sometimes get. Primal beasts, you mean bullymongs? That, or ferivores? Whatever that stupid-ass mission that I always hate doing is. I mean, knowing you, Mr. Fatal, I think you should do a thesis on that. Your family lineage and their connection to primal beasts. What are you going for anyway, Mr. Fatal, if you don't mind me asking? What program are you in? I bet the Switch 2 would get as hot as a frying pan playing BL4 on handheld mode. I don't know. I don't even know if heat's a problem. Like, I just think the thing can't handle it. Or, okay, it's not gonna look or run as bad as Borderlands 2 on the Vita. Let's just be honest with ourselves. I don't think anything can match the level of uniqueness that this version graces the planet with. That being said, and again, we ranted so much about this last time. It's a brand new console. It's been out for literal months, and brand new games are running at sub 30 frames per second at not great resolutions either. And it seems to be like a third-party problem. Like, Nintendo first-party games seem to run fine on it. I don't think it's like a PS3 situation where first-party developers just understand the console more, or what, but I don't know. But I would be pissed off too. Fatal got a bit of R-rated at the top of that chat. Have you seen his chats? Do you know him at all? Majoring in political science. I think I would be a great prime minister. No offense to you, Mr. Fatal, but I would get on my first flight ever and leave the country if you became prime minister. Again, no offense, but Just from how I know you, I feel my safety might be jeopardized. But political science, that's interesting. That's not something I would have seen you going for, but you know what? I can understand it. I can respect that. 266. I can't respect the fact that we're 266 runs in and have gotten 7 shams. That's a little ass. We should be by the teachers get double pay. That ought to keep you. Oh, okay, double pay. Hey man, I know you personally. You better be giving me triple pay. But by the time we hit 300 runs, we should mathematically have 9 shams. So we can expect 2 more if it wants to keep to the statistic of 3%. Um, that being said, we could get more than 2 shams, but I would really love if we did get more than 2 shams. What do we think? Do we think Borderlands 5 is going to come out before I finally get this damn shield on here? Or I saw that I'll stick with my triple pay, Mr. Fatal. I'll be happy with triple pay. I saw that Borderlands 4 is getting pearls back. I'm really happy about that. And then Randy's just like, oh, it's like a 1% drop chance to get one though, so they're really rare. But at least they're in the game. Like they really seem more now than ever, and they were holding out on this information previously, that they really, really, really listened to the feedback everybody had for Borderlands 3, and I mean, in some regards, admitted that they were wrong with some of the things that they did, some of the directions that the story went. The loot, like, really got massively overhauled. Like, legendaries will feel legendary again. They're adding pearls back. Endgame is a thing to be, to work towards. Yeah, pearls better not be asked. Yeah, that's the thing. Borderlands 2 had pearls, but they all kind of sucked. There's a few that were good. But yeah, I'm sure, again, they also have that previous knowledge of Borderlands 2 pearls, so I'm sure those will be much better, much improved. I'm also wondering, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to go this direction. Like, if they, for DLCs introduced another weapon rarity, like they kind of did with the Seraph weapons. I'm not entirely sure the lore behind the Seraph weapons, like if that was something that they already had in mind that they were just going to add in anyway to Borderlands 2. And then the effervescent weapons also got added, which I feel we could have done without, but there's some pretty cool weapons there. But I don't know, just having that many weapons tiers is kind of like, I'd be fine if we just had pearls above legendaries, and if they've really fixed the legendary drop rate, then you'll probably be spending a lot of time getting the legendary weapons that you want. And then pearls are just... And they're also adding UVHM back. It works differently, though. It's like... I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like how OP levels worked, to my understanding, in Borderlands 2, where when you want to advance... It's something you have to earn. I think that's the kind of thing that I hated about Borderlands 3 with the Mayhem level, because you didn't need to earn them. You just needed to beat the story once, and then you could just set it to whatever Mayhem you want. And, well, that's fine. Like, you're still getting the benefits of whatever the mode you choose with. It's like, I kind of don't have that sense of achievement if I can just crank the thing to Mayhem 11. Like, I want to earn the ability to get that loot from that level, I guess, of difficulty. So, and that's why the OP levels, at least to me, I mean, once you get to OP 8 and OP 10, then it's like, I don't really want to be doing this no more. But at least for the first few OP levels, you actually felt like you were earning your rite of passage, per se. Like you were earning the ability to gain better stuff and better levels. Sense of achievement, I guess. And, to my understanding, UVHM in Borderlands 4 is kind of like that, where when you want to advance to the next level, it gives you like a set of challenges, or you complete certain missions in that new OP level to see if you pass or something. I don't know. It'll all become clear once the game comes out, and I'm also not sure if they said UVHM is in the game at launch, or if it was being added later. I would think that it's probably in the game at launch. And it's probably going to be like, oh, you know, True Vault Hunter mode's your first playthrough, or, sorry, normal Vault Hunter mode's going to be your first playthrough, TVHM is going to be your second playthrough, and then UVHM is that, like, tier system that I was talking about. Where is this guy? Oh, he's right here. So, I don't know. I don't know how people feel about having 3 playthroughs, like, with the other games, like pre-sequel 1 and 2, where you have to go through it 3 times to get the best level gear. Man! They also said that, and again, it's also like Borderlands 3, once you beat the game, you can have like you can start a level 30 character, so you don't have to start from scratch, which is nice. I think in Borderlands 3, actually, you can, if you've beaten the game and you've achieved a level 72 character, you can start a level 72 character from scratch if you want, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, I guess you can, I guess that's for if you want to start the story again, but just play it as max level. But also, there's no real end game in Borderlands 3, so like, what's the point of starting a max level character to rush to the end game that just doesn't exist? There's one raid boss, and it's just like the worst enemy raid boss of all time, the Varkid, whatever. It wasn't Verminimerous something or whatever. Vermi, his cousin or whatever it was, I don't know. Or maybe it was, I don't know. I've only fought him once, and I just hate the flying enemies. That's just my, my take on it, but at least it's not on Vita. I did it on a PS4. So that kind of sucked too. I need to clean on this weekend. This weekend I'm gonna clean actually tear the whole PS4 apart and clean the dust out. If there is any, I'm sure there's dust. It's over 10 years old. It's never been opened before. I'm gonna repaste it. Gonna get that Arctic MX thermal paste on there, and clean out the fan, I'm sure, and you know, clean out the case. Give it some more life. It runs, but she runs hot, especially when we're playing Battlefront. And I noticed some I don't even know what to call it, hitching when we were playing last time. I don't know if that's because I was using the PlayStation camera when I was streaming, as opposed to just not using it. But there was some hitching that I could like feel when I was playing the game. Like, you could feel it in the controllers. You could kind of see it sometimes, but it was hard to see it other times, but you could feel it. So I figured I'll just clean the thing out, because the performance has gotten a little worse with age, and that's probably due to heat. Thermal throttling. I should study, but I don't what to study. So Mulan, what will be that what? Oh, I will be what you why? How am I gonna relate to political science in any way for you to study? Get to the center platform, right where he wants to kill me! Thank you, Brick. I can't kill you from that far away. You can't... Can he blow... Wait, what? Can he... Can he... Can he deflect grenades back at me? Is that a thing? Can the power loaders do that? I feel... I forgot he still got health! Oh no! Don't do it. I survived! Give me that health. Yoink. Throwing stuff over there. It's not looking promising. Man, I think whenever this pile of things is more in the center, that tends to be when he drops them more. I don't know if I'm just going insane and I'm just trying to pull meaning out of thin air. But, like, I swear every time he's going to drop something, it's... the stuff lands there. No pearl. I'm kind of shocked in the amount of runs that we've done. We haven't found one pearl at a bunker. I don't know how common it is for that. Like, I don't know what the drop chances are for bunker pearl potential, or... Because it's technically a world drop, right? So, I don't know. Oh, I haven't had a poli-science class yet. Friday's my first one. I've had economics, sociology, philosophy, and astronomy so far. I don't know what to read or study up on. Well, you mean you're talking for like a thesis? The thesis usually comes in 4th year, so like you got time. Don't worry. If I take it, it's a 4-year program. Political science. It sounds like a 4-year program. Yeah, you got time to do a thesis. That's like you work towards that. First, you just got to get like the introductory stuff out of the way. Get your baseline down, and then you'll be good. I don't know how many 4th years had there. Yeah, 4 years. Okay. I don't know how many 4th years, and I guarantee if you ask them about their thesis, like, oh, hey, did you know what you wanted to write about in your first year of university on literally the second day? I can guarantee 101% of them are going to say no. I may have had enough pot. You may have. Well, at least you know that there is potentially a limit. And cocaine. Ah, Mr. Fatal. Like I said, I don't know if teachers can reverse engineer, principals can reverse engineer these chats and find you, but we'll figure that out down the line, I'm sure. Ooh, I thought I threw that a little too far. Mr. Jim, welcome, my friend. How are we tonight? How's it going? You said you didn't want to get Borderlands 4, right? You were the person that said that. You're the Borderlands 2 guy. Or Borderlands 1 guy. I can't remember who said what. Oh, let's look at the chat. I don't know. I feel like, even though I don't have a Switch 2, I like collecting things. I might just... I'm gonna wait, though. I'm not gonna buy this full price if I don't have the thing, but I might just buy the Switch 2 version of Borderlands 4 physically. Even though it's a game cartridge, it's or a game key card. It's not like actually on the cartridge. I might just buy it just to add to the collection, but I'm gonna wait down the line when it's on sale for $30 or something like that. How do the game cards work? I don't have a Switch 2 or the game key cards. Like, once you use that game key card, could you give it to a friend? And could they use it? Or is it like, once the thing has been used with one account, it's done forever? I would assume it's the first option, because I feel like I would have seen a social outcry if it wasn't. Maybe they're pulling a original Xbox One launch tactic where, oh yeah, you want to share games? Oh, sorry. Sharing isn't caring. That hurts profits, and that's not caring about us. So, you know, but Yeah, that was an awful marketing strategy. I keep seeing, like, I keep watching videos of the beginning era of the PS4 and Xbox One generation, and man, did Microsoft flop with that. Like, I wasn't too much in the console war space, so to speak, back then, but like, I all I knew was that the PS4 was popular, and that was about it. I didn't know why it was kind of taking the cake, so to speak, and I don't know, making it a or not set top box, like making it a PVR style thing, while also making it look like a VCR. I mean, like, can I do violence? I mean, I'm not gonna see if you do violence or not. Slim Jim. That one's kind of funny. Um, but yeah, it was boxed with Kinect, right? Like the new versions of the Xbox One, they don't even have the Kinect port anymore, do they? So yeah, boxing it with what was it even used for, the Xbox One Kinect? Because I don't think any games ever came out for it, right? Like there weren't any. Did it work with like backwards compatibility? Or probably wouldn't, right? Because I don't think the Xbox One launched with 360 backwards compatibility, and by the time they added it, I think the Kinect was killed off. I don't know. Like, I know you could use it to navigate your menus and whatnot and sign in, and so Microsoft could measure every single pore on your face if they needed to, but was it ever used for anything outside of that? I don't think so. Did I fuck it up? Oh, I thought I fucked it up. Yeah. This is taking too long. I may have messed up the order. I blew up both of his turrets. Is there a guy behind me? Somebody sounds very loud. There we go. No, no! That was not very graceful, but we got through it. First off, I'm the furthest from Slim. Mr. John, welcome, my friend. Are you sick of this farm? I can't be. That is not something I'm physically allowed to be during this farm. I don't know. It's weird because there's that slight sense of hope that maybe this time will be the time that I get it. But at the same time, that's every Borderlands 2 farm, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if we were getting more Shams, I wouldn't be as sick of it because, you know, there's the chance that, oh, maybe this Sham will be it, maybe this Sham will be it. But, like, I'm kind of just hoping we just see any kinds of Shams, and I don't think that's the right mindset to take when approaching this farm. Ironically, ghost hunting. Kinect Tech was good for body finding. Oh, really? I know, like, the 360 one, the technology is used in, like, the medical space. And, and it was used for something else as well. I don't remember. But, like, medical and rehabilitation stuff, it was, like, huge. It probably still is huge. And it's the same technology Apple bought out one of the companies that helped develop Kinect. It's the same technology that goes into Face ID. It's just like a really miniaturized Kinect, so it's still around. That was the generation, the 360 and the PS3, where the gaming tech just went elsewhere. Like the Air Force, the US Air Force took like, I don't know, I can't remember how many PS3s. 1,000 or something PS3s. Tied them all together and made a supercomputer out of them. It was the 11th fastest supercomputer on the planet at the time. That's ridiculous to think that the PS3 was anything like that. I got up to overpower level 8 today, and that was enough for... You got up to OP8? Nice one, Mr. John. Damn. Jeez. Are you playing on, like, old console version, or are you playing, like, Handsome Collection? Like, Because OP8 on this version was the max that you could get, but if you still have to go to OP10, I feel for you. You gotta record yourself taking on all the raid bosses. Once you get to OP10, you have to record it, and you have to not stop the recording until you have beaten every single one of them. Okay. I gotta program in a second screen with Subway Surfers on it so people have something else to watch. Nah, I'm playing till OP10. Good man. See it to the end. What do you play on PC, console? Vita. I really want to see somebody, and I guess you could do this with Moonlight too. I completely forgot in the Vita modding scene that Moonlight is it's not a plugin, is it? Plugin app? I don't know what you call it. It's a piece of software that lets you stream from a computer that has an NVIDIA graphics card. So theoretically, and it's probably more fully fledged out than the PS5 remote play jailbreak that exists, you could download the game on PC and then just moonlight the thing to the Vita, and then there you go, Borderlands 4 on the Vita. But I just really want to see somebody do it. I don't have a PC like that would work with that application, unless they've updated Moonlight to work with other graphics cards. But then again, I don't think my Legion Go is running Borderlands 4 at respectable frame rates anytime soon, so I'm not about to drop 80 bucks on it just to see. Excuse me. But I just want to see it on a Vita. Someone playing and controlling the game on the Vita. Borderlands 3 kind of sucks to remote play on the Vita, especially if you're doing it from a PS4. Because the game kind of already has a little bit of input latency. That's just how it is. It's like a Killzone 2 situation. And when you're playing that on a Vita, which also introduces some input lag, then it kind of is not fun. Fun fact, we did the PS3 computer because I think Al-Qaeda did it with the PS2s. Really? Somebody made a supercomputer out of PS2s? No way. I mean, no, the PS2 was powerful for its... kind of powerful for its time. But, like, PS3, when they developed that CPU, it was meant to be, like, the cutting-edge CPU of anything around. And I'm sure for a time it was. I mean, maybe it didn't show, because nobody knew how to develop for it, because the RAM didn't behave in the same way that, cores didn't behave in the same way that other PC chips did at the time, or computer chips. So, you know, but it was, in terms of raw power, like, insane. And theoretically, I mean, I know it's held back by the RAM, but theoretically, it is more powerful than the CPU in the PS4. PS5, nice. I love the PS Vita graphics, they look so nostalgic. Well, I'm glad somebody's enjoying them. Quagmire. Can I see your skill tree for this intense farm? For sure, Mr. Glorbus. Glorbus or Mrs. Glorbus. I'll flash the skill tree. It's nothing special. I'm not, like, running a specific build. It's just however we built the thing when we were doing the playthrough, the multiplayer playthrough on the channel, so it's just whatever I decided to spec things into, and 61 is the max for anybody who's not familiar with the Vita version, because we did not get Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 2, so 61 is all we got. So here's Gunpowder skill tree. I have the Legendary Soldier class mod, so I get the +5 on all the top skills. Here's the left tree. I didn't really spec into this one too much. I just kind of wanted the rockets, if anything. Didn't really care too much about accuracy of the turret. This one I put some stuff into. Reload speed's nice. This is the one that I really wanted because I wanted 2 turrets, so we spec'd a lot into this one. Got the shield, it's pretty much useless by UVHM. The sticking, that's also a good one to have. So, yeah, I kind of wish we had enough skill points so I could also get the nuclear blast. Just because I want to see what it's like on here. I know I could just respec the thing and get it that way, but for now we're just sticking with what we have. But I guarantee having 2 turrets with nuclear blast and rockets would probably kill the Vita. But you could do it if you have a multiplayer and another friend who has the nuclear option and you have the nuclear option. There you go. Got to hit the hay. I'm tired, like popping when I see you stream. No problem, Mr. John. I'm glad you were able to stop by and grace us with your presence. Yeah, I won't be going all night like I usually do either. Like I said, I gotta wake up tomorrow for some drive people's places, so... But I want to adhere to my schedule as much as possible for during school hours, during school time. It just happened to be this week that I had to drive people around, so, but normally it wouldn't be like that. Like, normally I have the time. Who is hurting me, bro? Do you think so many what? Too many grit procs? What is that? Would turn the Vita into a hand grenade? I'm sure many things would turn the Vita into a hand grenade. This game alone is questionable sometimes. Whether or not, like, that's the thing about the Vita, and it's a really weird thing, is that it may look like it is struggling immensely, and it is. But it never gets warm. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm playing Borderlands 2 on my handheld Vita, and it's hot to the touch, right? Like, or you're playing Killzone and it's hot to the touch. Speaking of Killzone, Mr. Killzone, welcome my friend. Tonight is the night, bro. PS Vita 94 Sham. Before Borderlands 4, you're putting so much pressure on me now. That was not gonna happen. I would just like one Sham, and I really hope it's... Like, do I have to progress the Torg DLC or something to get out of this limbo of no Shams? I swear it's connected to the story missions somehow, depending on whatever active mission or whatever you're in. Because we've been getting nothing. We did get a Logan's gun earlier today out of here. But, you know, the Vita just never gets, like, warm or hot. Like, I know iPhones, if you try to ever play a game on an iPhone, especially Minecraft, that's what I hate. Minecraft used to run so unbelievably perfectly smooth on an iPhone, and you didn't have to worry about the thing eating 30% of your battery in 10 minutes and getting so hot that it has to dim the screen brightness. But now iPhones will just do that. And I don't care how much Apple says that they're designed for gaming for their modern chips because you can get Resident Evil 8 on it. No, they're really not. Because at the end of the day, the thing is not designed with gaming in mind when it comes to cooling. And cooling is the major killer, well, and battery life, but cooling is the major killer for mobile gaming. That's why so many handheld PCs are the sizes that they are, because you need to cool these chips if you want power out of them, right? But the Vita was that perfect balance of power, efficiency, and, you know, just design, I'd say. I think the loading time might be the longer than the kill. You think? Yeah, that's the one, the whole crux of the Vita, I think, is that compared to other farms, this one just takes a long time because of the loading times. And I know for most people, when they farm this boss, they just run down and go through the map back to 1,000 cuts. And I mean, I technically could do that, but I think it's faster to load to the main menu versus loading in 1,000 cuts. And also, if the game crashes in 1,000 cuts, I have to run through that whole area again. And believe me when I say, the game will crash in 1,000 cuts. It's not a matter of if, it just will. So I don't risk it. I just go to the main menu and just load back in here. And for the Vita, it's relatively quick compared to everything else, like all the other load times. It's relatively quick. Not as quick as a PS3, Definitely not as quick as the PS4. And PC, you could probably kill Bunker 3 times before you've killed him once with all the loading times on here, so... It is what it is, but we love it. We love it for all its quirks and unique talents, so to speak. And we also want to be the first people, potentially. I'm still questioning that, but more and more that we get new people in the chat, that I think we will be the first people to have ever achieved obtaining the 94 Sham on the Vita version and streaming it, so that we're also going for that. But I don't know. I just wouldn't think most people have played Borderlands 2 on the Vita long enough to get to this point where you'd want to spend this much time farming for the shield. Like, I'm sure most people would probably... Oh, we got max money too, good lord. I'm sure most people would probably have moved on to something else. Mr. Holden, TVHM on the Vita is awesome. We're on UVHM, but, you know, TVHM is also awesome. TVHM is that perfect balance of challenge and stability on the Vita, I think. Because UVHM, especially when you play it multiplayer, which we did. We played TVHM and UVHM all multiplayer with Mr. Honest Liar. UVHM hurts for frame rate. Like, the game progressively gets worse in terms of performance when you're playing on multiplayer, because all the enemies are using different guns with more particle effects, more status effects, and it just does not equal. And as you level up as a character, right, like your guy gets more if you're using Axton. The turrets get more abilities and whatnot, so the game does not feel good. Did I change the thing? Did I change the run thing? 270? I'll leave it at 273. I don't remember if I've changed it. My fault. Nah, it's alright, my friend. Even more gangster. Hey, when you get it, include my name in the congrats speech so I get a spot on that K6 video about your play. Don't worry. I'm hoping... I mean, last farm stream, we had 179 people in here at the peak. Like, that was insane. But I'm hoping, whatever stream we get, I mean, I'll be happy if one person's in the stream. I just want people to see it. You know, I want people to be there to share that moment with. Because, like, you know, it's a thing that's never been done before. In a game that's loved by many. So I would really hope if there's just as many people in there as possible to share that moment, to say that you were there to be a part of history, to see that shield on this version. So yeah, I don't know, I'm looking forward to that Reddit post whenever that does end up happening, just to see if people care. Or if people even knew it was possible. I was having doubts whether or not it was possible before we actually saw Shams appear, because I think the drop rate is less on the Vita version just to get regular Shams. I don't know... Is it 3% on other consoles for just, like, a regular Sham? Or is it more? Because we did the math, and it's 3% for here, and then like 0.0048% to get the 94. So I don't know. What do you think's faster? You think if I use like the Lyuta? Oh, it's not the Lyuta. I forgot. We have this gun to show off. This is the Bone Shredder. It was the Bone Shredder. They just forgot to add the texture in on this version. So, yeah. It's having a little bit of an identity crisis, but it still works. You could shoot it. The item card just doesn't show up either, and it doesn't show up when you throw it on the ground. It was completely missed, yet somehow still exists in the code as an item, despite not having anything else. I'm gonna try the Lyuta if he is ever in that phase, just to see if it's a little faster. I do love the satisfaction of just like using the infinity to shred him like that. Ah, man. I think I'm legitimately gonna have to like move the story forward or move the story mission forward because this is insane. What happened? No rare loot relic's gonna save us here. We got 42 people in here. Welcome everybody. How is your night and or day going? Everybody's coming from every corner of the world, so times are different. We're almost at 300 runs, and if math serves correct, we should be getting 2 more shams to stay within that 3% drop. Something tells me, though, it won't happen, but we can't have 2 runs in a row, and then we'd be on the stat. Started playing Borderlands in 2023 and exhaust myself playing all the games. I give credit to people who still play. I'm waiting for BL4. Yeah, I mean, I think the charm of maybe Borderlands 2 specifically, just because I know more about it than the other games, is that people even, what, is it 13 years later? 2012 was 13 years ago? People are still finding out little, like, hidden things or hidden Easter eggs within the game, right? And people are always experimenting with different builds, and that's why the builds are so crucial for Borderlands. And I like Borderlands 2 because of its OP levels in terms of the build stuff. Because it challenges you to have to rethink or reconfigure how you play the game if you really want to experience that highest level of difficulty. Borderlands 3, depending on the character you chose, you can kind of shred through everything. Like Zane, you can pretty much shred through everybody, even on Mayhem 11. And that extra level of challenge was kind of just gone. So, I don't know, we'll have to see what Borderlands 4 has in terms of that. They've also been showing off a lot of the skill trees. I've refrained from looking at them because, oh wait, I said Lyuta. He's not even doing the phase, but I just need to do this so I don't forget next time. That one's probably the one to go for, right? Maybe should we do the corrosive one? Try the corrosive one. Does this one have more crit damage? No, this one has more crit damage. Alright, we're going for this one. Oh, he's doing the phase. Yes! Let's see if it does more damage. Just gotta aim and... Okay, it might be slightly faster. I don't know, it's hard to say. They're pretty even. Best Borderlands 2 player to ever live has to be Dark Smoke, current world record holder. What's his world record? Am I just out of the loop? I feel... Am I stupid for asking that question? There's tons of world record holders for Borderlands 2 stuff, but what was he known for? Or what is he known for? For me, Gage and Clap are worse. Zero easily the best. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Like, a lot of people, I guess you gotta get used to the Anarchy skill, but maybe I just need to learn her game mechanic. Like, Anarchy... I'm just somebody who likes having my guns reloaded at all times. And doing that with Gage kind of fucks up her entire skill thing. And also, I think Death Trap was pretty broken, or is still pretty broken. Like, functionally, he just doesn't work half the time. Claptrap, I played a little bit as him. I think if I'm going to continue playing as him, it's probably going to be for the trophy on the pre-sequel PS3 version, just so I can get that. But, yeah, no, he's pretty weird, too, but he's, like, it's this randomization kind of thing, right? Like, because of his action skill, it's kind of randomized. His DLC, though, the Claptastic Voyage, is supposed to be pretty good. I haven't played it yet. I want to get it all on the PS3, especially since those DLCs didn't get a physical version, like the Game of the Year editions on the other 2 games. mean, I know the PS3 store is not at any threat of being shut down like it was a few years ago. At least, not yet again, anyway. But I'd like to just have that all on there. He beat the entire game without dying. Level 1 to OP10. Read above Killzone Part 1 of that message. Jeez. I think that video popped up in my recommended. I don't think I watched it, but it might have been that guy. Damn, that's insane. You know what he should do, though? See if he can do that world record again. Do it in the VR version of Borderlands 2. I want to see if anybody has any records for that, or if he could do that. Because, yeah, you may have the technical know-how to do it, and you may know how to execute it with a controller, but when you're living it, might be a little different. You do get some cool mobility things in the VR version, though. You get the slow time, which can save your ass sometimes. But, again, if you're playing on the PlayStation and you don't have any joysticks to move, then it might be a little bit of a challenge. Jolt's made a video about it, and he was the first to ever do it. Damn. When did he do that? Like, was that recently, or was that a couple years ago? Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I mean, he still dies pretty quick anyway, but I missed half of the critical shots. I'm wondering if that's a smidge faster than the Infinity. I can't do that when he does the other phase, though, because A, he's moving around too much, and B, don't really have a great access to a crit spot. Correction on the hardest character. And in we did it in 2021, so 4 years ago, okay. He did it on Gauge, that's fucked. That's actually kind of fucked. I'm surprised, or maybe he has attempted this, I'm surprised he didn't, like, do it with all characters, like attempt level 1 to OP10 without dying on all characters. That would probably take an outrageously long amount of time, though, because if you're legitimately doing it and you're not like, oh yeah, I have all the OP levels unlocked anyway, so I'll just, like, use a mod or something to go through them, but, like, to actually go through the labor of going from OP 1 to 10 and farming all your gear again, jeez. No thank you. That's why he's around, so he can do it and not me. Where's the shield, man? I'm starting to lose my mind. I'll be happy with a 77 or a 94. I'm not gonna stop if I get a 77, but, like, I want it. Just to say we got that one, too. Because technically, then we will have gotten the, you know, 0.0048% thing. If I change my game to offline, though, let's try that. Maybe it doesn't like the fact that I'm trying to search the sea for other Vita players, and it wants me to be isolated, so we'll try that. Can't share it with other people. My Let's Win Some Game shirts. I thought it would bring me good luck. The Battlefront tagline, but so far it is not. Gotta put on the other side, let's get some shams. Doesn't roll off the tongue as well, though. Rarity isn't everything. A low-level rare weapon might not be as powerful as a more common weapon. You're the guys who made the game. Why is that even a thing? That shouldn't be a thing. The legendary gun should be better than the common high-level gun or whatever. I guess it was talking about low-level legendary. Okay, maybe they get a tentative pass. Gonna say, like, aren't you guys the people who made the game? Oh, it's not gonna be as good. So you're just admitting that you were wrong. Just finished my math homework. What were you working on? Fractions? asymptotes, parabolas, long division, I don't know. I have to relearn math for some reason for teaching, even though I want to be an English teacher. It's just part of what you have to be qualified to do, I suppose. It's weird, but I'm like, I haven't done math in, I don't know, 5-6 years. It was easy, but took a while. Yeah, that's kind of the epitome of math, from what I remember. So, like, if you knew what you were doing, yeah, sure, it's easy, but, like, you have to do... I kid you not, we had... It's never good when the math questions start getting into the double letters, like, you go from A to Z, and then it's like, double A, double B, like, stop. If you couldn't get through what you wanted me to work on in 26 questions, then I think you're just not giving me good enough questions. I got a snipper to take you out now. Oh, I thought he was there. Parabolas. Ah, nice. Nice. Boom! Right in the eyeball. Oh, come on. Just give me something. He keeps dropping all of his things to the left. Why are you dropping everything to the left this time? Why are you aimed to the left? What happens to you? I would really like to know if there's just like anything that you can do to... Hey! Anything you can do to make the drop chance better. Or like... I don't know. I'm coping. You're not the thing that I want! 276. I feel like Mr. Krabs in that one SpongeBob episode when they were open 24 hours a day. That's insane. 2 employees, you're open 24 hours a day, every day. Ridiculous. Let's move that off to the side. There we go. It is what it is, though. I listened to 2 viewers on some Borderlands 2 Vita stream that I did. I listened to them. They coaxed me into doing the Sham farm. And here we are. I feel like the pearlescent farm will be more fun. Because at least we get to kill 4 things, and there's 4 chances that we get a pearl. Instead of just 1 that has a stupidly low drop chance. I would be mad pissed. Like, let's say we do get the 94 Sham whenever, right? From Bunker. I'm gonna be mad pissed if we kill a loot midget and then get it afterwards. I don't know. I feel like you have to do Bunker. Like, you have to kill Bunker for it to just be right. Like, if you're Sham farming through a loot midget, I feel like that's not correct. Like, that's... The universe will get mad at you, and a volcano will destroy some small village somewhere because of it. But... I've never seen anybody farm for the Sham not through Bunker. Then again, those who are farming for it are on a PC that have half a second load times, so you can kind of just get through it a lot faster. I know Jolt's, whenever he's doing his videos or his streams, you can just hear him spamming the enter key, just trying to load through all the menus. If I did that, I fear I might overstimulate the Vita and then it would never power on again. No way I got hit. Right off the bat. It's that top left turret, I think. Man. You think an on-level conference call could shred him better? than what I'm... Oh, he's not slagged anymore. You think you could shred him better than what I'm doing right now in this phase? I think I have a yeah, corrosive one, but I don't know what level it is. Maybe I'll give it a try on the next go. Experimenting with new things. Hello. I mean, if it's on level. If it's not, like, if it's like 10 levels under, I'm not even gonna try. Because that would be pointless. I know the conference call's really good on the warrior. And it's kind of like meta, because you kill him to get the conference. Stop. I'm safe, I'm in the trees. He can't see me, he can't hurt me. I'll stand on this side, maybe that was our problem. Gotta totally add some of us when BL4 drops. Some of us? What do you mean? Huh? Conference call would do better, but it would probably get laggy as heck. That's why we're here. Conference call is my first... It was your first legendary? Would you get a Moonshot Farm, Moonshot Farm conference call? Because, yeah, that's the way to do it. Problem is, it's not... It's very counterproductive to Moonshot Farm on the Vita. So you just don't do it. So unfortunately, if you want a conference call, you need to go through the laborious process of killing the warrior at 2 frames a second and dealing with his shitty drop rate, because there is no Tiny Tina DLC. That's what I was doing on my PS3 when I was trying to get go through the OP levels on that. I needed a conference call, so I'm like, alright, I'll farm the warrior for a bit. And I farmed him for a bit, and I'm like, this is pointless. Because I remembered, oh, hey, you can just get to the handsome sorcerer. So I did that, and then literally my first run, I got the conference call that I wanted. So I'm like, alright, maybe this is fate. Maybe I mean, I probably got really lucky by doing that, but still. I think the handsome sorcerer has a slightly better drop chance for the conference call than the warrior. Never farmed for anything other than the infinity for gauge. Oh yeah, that's something that people usually rock with. The infinity does not drop very frequently on this version either. It's kind of weird. I'm more and more convinced the more farming I do that the Vita was pre legendary drop chance buff, whenever patch or update that was. Because even for a herald it takes a while, and I don't remember when, in terms of the Borderlands 2 timeline, when the update dropped that improved the drop chances. Ooh, that's a level 61. We could use that one. I think, yeah, that one's also... Okay, let's just do this one then. I forgot we had on-level things. Let's change it out for that. You know the cool thing about the conference call, how the bullets go left and right? That's not here. It's just a scattergun shotgun on this version, unfortunately, but the texture looks kind of cool. The neon green's pretty sick. Let's see how laggy it gets, though, when I spam the shit out of this on him. Why is the scope green like that? Is that supposed to be there? Like, missing a quarter of my reticle. You also can't see through the scopes. Like, I'm kind of impressed that the PS3 got that feature where you could see through the scopes and, like, it would kind of fisheye the world that it was... Alright, let's try this out. You know what? That kind of sucks ass. Not gonna lie, that's kind of booty cheeks. Maybe I didn't slag him enough. I feel like I did. Yeah, Lyuda might be the way to go. That's a little underwhelming in terms of damage. Maybe I just don't have the build and or character to have the conference call work. well against him, but that's fine. We had to try it. See how it works against just regular enemies, though. See if it's any better. Because even the fire one that we had for the normal mode, or TVHM, it got us through pretty much all of UVHM. Like, it was pretty good. Please? Do I have to, like, close my eyes or something? I'll close my eyes. I won't look. I'm disappointed. Man, it's like on Christmas. You, like, shit on Santa as a kid. Like, oh, these presents suck. And your parents are just like, Santa sucks. He didn't bring me what I wanted. Hey, don't you be talking shit on Santa. Santa might just spit in your food the next time you ask for something. My God, bro. Am I just insanely unlucky? Has anybody else in here ever farmed for the Sham and got 7 in nearly 300 runs? Or, I don't know. I wanted to keep count for historical purposes. Maybe keeping count was a bad idea, because now I know just how long we've been doing this and how little shams we've been obtaining for it. I don't know. Oh well, it's fine. We persevere. Gives me something to do at least. It's a goal to have, right? So, that's okay. They should add the Sham in Borderlands 4. Mr. Dracula, welcome, my friend. I don't think I've ever farmed it. I don't think most people have ever farmed it. Like, it's not... By the time that you get to a point where you kind of, like, want to farm for gear, it's not really useful to you, like... Unless you're just somebody who's really bad at ammo management, like, yeah, sure, having a 94% absorption chance, and I guess it does kind of make you more durable, because if I'm not mistaken, absorbed ammo does not count towards damage towards your character. I don't know how that is with, like, status effects, like, if you get hit with a corrosive bullet, do you just not take the bullet damage, but you still take the corrosive damage? Or something. I don't know. But, yeah, by the time you get to the point where you want to farm stuff, it's not really useful. Like, I'd much rather have a bee or something else, right? Oh, that was so fast. ESP, this is the rarest item in the game. This is not the rarest item in the game, unfortunately. I don't know if the perfect hide of, or is it the perfect hide of terror or the perfect teeth of terror? I think it's the perfect hide. His class mod or something, or the shield. Like, that's the rarest item in Borderlands 2. I don't know if I want to do a farm for that. I feel my Vita might actually just kill itself by the time we keep doing that, or my Vita TV at least. It won't work with whatever 16K TV comes out by that time, and then I won't be able to do it. I just would not have the patience. That's fair. That's why I think most people haven't attempted the 94 Sham on the Vita anyway. It's because you need a lot of patience for this farm, yes, but you also just need a lot of patience for this port in particular. It takes a lot of learning compared to regular Borderlands 2, because you need to learn, okay, where does the game crash? When can I open my inventory versus when can't I, again, to avoid game crashes. Controls are different, right? Like, if you're playing on a handheld Vita, it's obviously going to be different when you can't push in joysticks, when you don't have the extra shoulder buttons. right? You gotta learn the controls. It's a smaller screen, I guess, so you gotta like get used to that. I'm sure most people don't have a problem with that, but right. And if you're somebody who likes to play multiplayer, you gotta get used to having two-player multiplayer only. Which, if you're playing on the Switch, that doesn't seem to be an issue because they just have two-player. I think it's Borderlands 3 had two-player multiplayer. I think does Borderlands 4 on the Switch too have four players online? They don't have split screen, which I think is weird, but I understand. Again, it's why I understand they had only two-player multiplayer on here with how it runs. Absorb shields pretty much negate all bullet damage when they absorb it, even the damage. Oh, really? It does damage over time? Really? Okay, so then you are a lot more durable than I thought. Last year, a guy did a full Borderlands 2 damageless run. No absorb. Damageless? I don't know if that's... I think that's more impressive than the dude who did the no death run. How do you do a no damage run? Or is it like... When you say damage, like, oh, he has an absorb shield... Or no, you just say no absorb. My brain do be a little slow sometimes. I don't have the infinity. Should probably switch that back. Yay! Hey! Whoa! You have a slag gun? That's not fair. Bruh. Double team putting the infinity back on. Conference call, you're cool, but you're just not what I need in this scenario. There's the goat. But yeah, I think that's more impressive than... Again, I want to see somebody do their most difficult challenge on the Vita version of the game. A damageless run on here is near impossible because you can't see bullet trails unless like they're using an elemental gun of some kind or an E-Tech gun. So, yeah, good luck trying to just dodge enemies when you literally cannot see the bullets they're firing. Axes and peekaboo. Oh, really? How long did it take him to do? Because if he's just doing that, then... Oh, yeah, I guess the turret, right? Like, you can just keep spamming the turret, but... Did he complete the game? Or, like, did he go to OP10? Probably not. Or was it just, like, can you complete the story once through, right? Yeah. I tried everything last stream. I tried switching missions. I tried restarting the game. Like, I think before I do my next Sham stream, I need to advance the story in the Torg DLC. Like, I'm sure that's not the problem. But I swear to God, when we were not in the Torg DLC yet, or we were at a different place in the story in the Torg DLC, it did not, like, we were not getting this shit of luck with anything that he drops. Yeah, you're not a pearl. Bang. Level 1 to warrior. Okay, that makes more sense. We got 75 people in here. Welcome, everybody. Hope you enjoy me losing my sanity over a video game item that may or may not be real. You can find an explanation video, like 20 minutes or so. Oh, okay. Yeah, I imagine, well, if you... I'm sure you probably just explained it pretty good yourself there. It's probably just, yeah, peekaboo, use turret as much as possible, and just spend a million hours trying to beat the game. That's... I would not have the patience for that. This requires some patience. I would not have the patience for that. It's just not fun. Like, I mean, I know you're trying to do it to see if you can do it or see if it's possible, but like, it's just not fun. Especially if you take damage. Like, let's say you just get hit by a stray bullet, you gotta start all over again. So, no thank you. That is, Mr. Booyah. Welcome, my friend. Miss, or Mrs. Booyah. I'm not, here to discriminate. Is PS Vita unplayable? Depends on what your definition of unplayable is. Or I guess depends on what your definition of playable is. I can tolerate it, but that's because it was my first... It was the first version of Borderlands 2 I ever played, way back when. I did not know about the PC version or the console version at the time. Alright, Mr. Booyah, welcome. I did not know about the other versions of the game, so I just thought it was fun to have an open world-ish shooter game on my handheld device. Depends on what you're doing. If you're playing multiplayer UVHM with 2 Axtons and turrets going like crazy, playable? Maybe, maybe not. We did prove that though. There's earlier on the channel. There's TVHM and UVHM were all done in multiplayer. So if you want to see that, go check it out in the playlist. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a console, it's a handheld from 2012, and this game was kind of bigger at the time, so the fact that it can kind of run at all, I don't know, I find it more acceptable than the Switch not being able to run Borderlands 4, because at least when the Vita got Borderlands 2, it was already a couple years old. Wait! Sacrifices! Willing sacrifice. Oh my god. I was gonna say, no way that fucking buzzard stole my kill. I forget what I was saying. Like, does it get 30 without massive stutters? Surprisingly enough, the Vita version, I mean, outside of the PS, or outside of the PC version, the Vita version, to my knowledge, is the only console version with an unlocked frame rate. The PS3 360 are locked to 30. The PS4, Xbox One versions are locked to 60. But the Vita version is the only one that has an unlocked frame rate, because you can, in the very beginning area of the game, and surprisingly enough, the Terramorphous arena, you can achieve 60 frames per second on here. It is very possible to do. You just have to be looking at a very specific corner in the top of the sky, but it's possible to get it. And there are times when it'll go above 30, and more times when it'll go severely below 30. So, but yeah, it's kind of a mess. I know some people don't like unlocked frame rates, but I don't mind them. I don't care, and to be honest, you're not really going to get anything stable. Even if it was locked to 30, you're not getting a stable 30 anyway, right? So it doesn't matter. Show the invisible gun? Alright, I'll put the invisible gun back on. So you're playing off a TV with a controller? Yeah, I'm playing with the PlayStation TV. If you don't know what that is, in I think it was also around 2014, 2015, Sony released, it was like a little set-top box. It's like about maybe that long. It's like not really thick at all. And it was a little set-top box that was advertised as it was more of a remote play device, maybe. It was advertised as that, but also a PS Vita just without the screen and like the touch inputs and whatever, right? So, here's the invisible gun. This is the bone shredder. Hey, look at that. There's some smooth frame rate right there. I don't know what that's running at, but that's smooth. It's only smooth when I aim in, probably because it's also not rendering in the gun. That's probably also helping it out, so I'm sure if I do it with this gun, yeah, it's not as good. Weird, right? But yeah, advertised as a PST or a PS Vita without the screen and all that. And yeah, you could plug some Ethernet into there. Mind you, PS Vita games being made for a 540p screen might not run the best or look the best on a 1080p display. But you know, it did its job, I suppose. And yeah, you could pair either a PS4 or a PS3 controller with it and have it work that way. Yeah. What are your thoughts on everything revealed for Borderlands 4? I am excited for it. I really want it to be good, and I think it will be good. It really sounds like the team over at Gearbox are listening to the feedback that was given from Borderlands 3 and previous games, adding Pearls back, adding a version of UVHM back. So, I don't know. I've just been kind of avoiding as much as possible about Borderlands 4 because I want to experience as much of it like as a new experience for myself. I like doing that with video games. Even the simple little things, like even just like the sounds, like the menu sounds, the ambient sounds, the music, right? Like I want to experience that for the first time myself. So, but I'm excited for it. I'm really hoping it will be kind of the game that people wanted Borderlands 3 to be, maybe in a way. And I'm also excited because it's just like maybe more of a mature game. There's still humor, but it's got darker themes. That explains the screen tearing. Yeah. The screen tearing I can't really do anything about. Forget VSync. It was not a thing on here, so yeah. I don't know if some games are like upscaled to 720p at all, because the thing, like the PSTV, if you go to the settings, and this is what I find hilarious, because I'm going to say 99% of PS Vita games did not run above 540p. The screen setting you can set to 1080i or 720p. So I like that has to just be for the interface, right? Like there's no way it stems outside of the menus in any way. But then again, there were, and especially kind of once the PSTV, well, I was going to say picked up, but it really didn't. And maybe more so in Japan it was popular. Once it was kind of a thing, Vita games that were released after it had the PSTV compatible badge on them. And they were more visual novels and JRPGs and everything, right? But maybe, I haven't tested those, but maybe those games had a 720p mode that they could run in when put into a PSTV, so they'd look a little better. Like, I know visual novels aren't that taxing on the hardware, right? So it's possible that they could have run on 720p on the TV. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a weird little box. It was not very popular for a time. You could get them in Walmart on clearance for like $100. I think some people even got them for $50, and they were a really good way to get a brand new PS3 controller too, because some of them came bundled with the Lego Movie game, an 8 gigabyte memory card, which is worth a college deposit now, and brand new PS3 controller and the Lego Movie game. So like, weird. I genuinely don't have a single complaint about Borderlands 4, other than the certain returning weapons. I'd indicate if I'll get it straight away. I'm quite looking forward to Chronos: The New Dawn. I see. Nice. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. I got the physical version. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I'm not expecting the game case to include anything spectacular just because it's modern gaming. Right? Like, things are so minimalistic now. Where am I? Things are so minimalistic, so... Look at my FOV is wider because I don't have a gun in the way. I bet you if I brought this back to Claptrap's place and like looked up at the sky, I could get 60 frames more often in places that it maybe wouldn't have had before. I'm gonna blow up your gun just because of that. I'll kill you this way. Oh no! I've activated countermeasures. Shut up, Rick. I will not do so. Ah! 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 It's a power loader. Hey! Don't turn around. Man! Come on! I'm disappointing everybody. No shams. Disappointing myself.
Well, hello there, Loot.
Uh-huh. Like, we've got a world drop volcano at a bunker. We got a Logan's gun. We had... I think we got one more legendary. We might have got a Herald, but it wasn't... Like, I didn't need it, because I already have one. I mean, we've gotten shams in that period, too, but, like... Haven't got any pearls. Kind of want to see a pearl, just because Vita pearls are intriguing, but... It's like... The heck, man. Let's see. I don't know how long it'll take me to get to 300 runs, but I don't know. I might just go to 2 hours tonight because I do have to get up tomorrow in the morning, and it's already 1 in said morning. So we'll go for like maybe another 20-ish minutes, and then we'll call that a not a successful night, but a night. Man. Do we think do we believe Randy when he said Borderlands 4 runs buttery smooth on the base consoles of today? 60 frames on the PS5. I'm going to be impressed if it runs at 60 frames on the PS5. On the base PS5. Like, I'm sure if the game's running at a native 4K HDR, whatever else they're doing, it's gonna have ray tracing because Unreal Engine 5. I wouldn't be mad if it ran around 30 frames. I know some people will be upset because modern gaming promised to get us away from 30 frames, but just seeing how unoptimized Unreal Engine 5 is, I would not be upset with 30 frames. I know they're trying to make this game the next Borderlands 2. I've heard that be thrown around. That game that you can just keep coming back to and having fun. I don't think Borderlands 2 will ever get left behind because it just created such a unique experience that really I don't think ever will get replaced. Like, it has a certain charm to it that, you know, as much as you want to recreate the mechanics and everything, just the graphics, the styling, like the art of it is unique to the game. It's unique to this one. I'm saying this maybe on the wrong console, but when you play it properly, when you play it on comparable hardware, you know, it's lovely. I love how poppy the colors get, and I love, you know, some of the lighting that they added into... No! Oh, I got him. Some of the lighting stuff that they added into the higher end versions of the game. Bam. Bam. But, I don't know. And, I mean, if it runs at 60 frames, I'll be fine with that. I don't know. Games now have performance mode, they have quality mode, so maybe it'll have a quality mode that, like, targets 30 frames, and then performance mode will be 60, which I'm sure... I don't know, it's a first-person shooter, so I think they're probably trying to get it to run at 60 no matter what. Just because you kind of need that fluidity. Holy fuck, dude. Drop me a shoe.
Wow.
No, it's not wow. I've already got max money. I don't even know why I keep going around and collecting money. Man. Max iridium and max money. Insanity. I feel kind of bad. Like, I hadn't decided we were going to do the bunker farm until, like, near the end of when we played UVHM, but I kind of feel bad now spending all that time in the money glitch with the Clan Wars mission. I feel bad for Mr. Honest Liar. His Vita crashed, like, 3 times. trying to do that. I don't know if it was because he was spamming the button on his end or if my spamming on my end. I tried to keep it controlled. Like I didn't try to like hammer on the square and then like the things spawning or opening like 10 times in a second. Like I tried to keep it relatively stable, but maybe the person who's joining your game has more connectivity issues or more structural issues in terms of keeping a stable game. I don't know. But the one thing we did prove with that whole multiplayer series is that whoever was saying online that the Vita version has crappy connectivity when trying to play multiplayer, that's just wrong. We played entire 2-hour streams together, like, and apart from if my game crashed, like I can't really help that. When we got the streams that were like a perfect 2-hour run with no crashes, the game held together. Like, Mr. Honest Liar did not need to rejoin me at any point. We played through as if you would play any other version of Borderlands 2. And that's kind of saying something when Borderlands 3 multiplayer is not as stable as Borderlands 2 Vita multiplayer. Or even Borderlands 1 PS3 multiplayer for that matter. That one works like a treat still. It pisses me off when old things work better than the new things, because you had it in your hand. So why did it get shittier all of a sudden? There we go. Lots of surface area to shoot at. I'll pull out the Lyuda again, so if he ever goes into the other phase, we can finish him off even quicker. It is faster than the Infinity Pistol, but then again, the Lyuda we have is on level, and the Infinity that we were using is 2 levels under, so I'd imagine getting an on-level Infinity would probably kill him maybe as fast, if not a little quicker than the Lyuda was. Mr. No Name or Mrs. No Name. I can't see the profile picture, my bad. It's a little small on my end here. So laggy, that's why I can't beat it. That's not an excuse. There are no excuses for beating Borderlands 2 Vita. It's just... It's not that you gave up, it's that you just put it down, and it's just been a really long time since picking it up. We got a Sham! We got a Sham! I can't see the profile picture. I have to get like Mr. No Name. Okay. I can't see the profile picture. I have a tiny little chat window on the right of my laptop, and I'm sitting like far back from it, right? I can't see anybody's chat pictures on this. Some dude had a cool looking Pikachu one, but kind of used to it. My apologies, my friend. How are you doing tonight? We got a Sham. It's not a 94 because it doesn't have the honeycomb thing on it. Or does it? No. What do we think it is? What percentage do we think it is? I'm guessing... you know what? I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to say 85. What do we think it's going to be? Oh, Gucci. Glad I can watch someone play through this pain. Oh, lovely. I'm your outlet of pain, I see. Alright, I can add it to the list. I can change the Sham list. Yay. 8. Deadass, it's hard on Vita without overclocking. Oh yeah. We're trying to do this as genuine as possible. No overclocking. And we're using the cartridge version of the game in the PSTV. So we're doing this all old school, how you would have been doing it. Alright, let's see what this is. I'm guessing 85. Oh, I was wrong, and we already have one of you. So, we're not picking you up. I'm gonna be really sad if we do end up getting the 94, but it's not on level. I really don't... you know what, if that does happen, I really don't think I'll care. I honestly don't think I'll care. I'll just be happy to have gotten it anyway. We haven't got, and I knock on wood, I'm sure this chair was real wood at some point in its development. Um, we haven't gotten a Sham under level yet. I don't know if it does drop potentially under level. I thought most legendaries could drop with, or like up to 2 levels under, but I don't know. Don't know. We'll have to see. 90 viewers. Oh, we got 250 subs? Oh, no way. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was you, Mr. No Name, or somebody from before. No way. We're 25% on the way to 100. Thank you, whoever did that. And thank you to 90 people are in here. Thank you for everybody who's... I'll be 251. Even better. We're well on our way. Thank you to everybody. I'm still not used to this. We hit last farming stream at 179 consecutive viewers, so I'm still getting used to the fact that people actually want to watch me play things. But I am forever grateful for all of you for coming by and watching. We're just having a good time. We're talking with each other about game, about life, whatever it is. Love this game, man. Mr. Expo, welcome, my friend. How's it going? Praying Borderlands 4 is good. That seems to be the thing. Everybody's so skeptical about it. Borderlands 3 really just put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. I think firmly in the camp that it'll be good. It'll be okay. They listened. They've made it a point in every single press conference, every single trailer and everything that they have listened, that they want to make this game as good as people want it to be, kind of thing. I guess that doesn't mean adding a mini-map, but I'm fine with a combat radar. As long as I could see where enemies are in some kind of... Oh no. In some kind of 3D space. Like, that's kind of what I really only use the map for anyway, is like... Just, can I see if enemies are close or far away from me? But, because I can play Borderlands 1 with just the compass, right? Like, if you're playing the PS3 version of the game, then... Oh, I forgot, we don't have the gun to... We still got health. Kill him with the bone! You're not doing... Oh, it killed him. Borderlands 1 on the original consoles did not get that mini-map update that the Game of the Year edition got, so... You kind of just have to get used to that. CEO hasn't really changed much. I mean... I don't know. He knows he needs to make money, and he knows Borderlands 3 did not make him nearly enough money, so... I'm sure whether or not it's coming from a good place, he's making the changes, I'd say. Yeah, man, played Borderlands 3, it was nothing compared to BL2. I know. I mean, Borderlands 3 is not a bad game. Like, it's fun to play. It's just that I don't want to have to tune out 80% of the game because the story was bad. Like, if I'm gonna play the game, I want to experience all of the game. So, you know, that's, like, if I'm replaying through Borderlands 2, maybe I'm not listening to the story every time because I played the game and I beat the game, but having that story there, having those funny favorite moments that you can always look forward to getting to, adds a layer of enjoyment to the game, right? And in Borderlands 3, I just didn't really feel that. There wasn't really a moment that I wanted to come back to when replaying it. That was like, yeah, I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy I spent hours to get here, right? But the gunplay was fun, and the DLCs kind of redeemed the game a bit. Because I think by the time they were developing those, they kind of realized that, oh, hey, the story that we had originally put in the game maybe not have been everybody's favorite, but... You know, I think they're learning. They're listening to people for the next game. So, beaten BO 1 and 2 like 10 times. Damn, man, jeez. It's not bad, but the story was mid and had a little woke stuff in it. Yeah, that's the general consensus of it, I think. And it had Ava in it, and I'm like, There's been no mention of her in Borderlands 4, so I'm thinking there's one of two things. Either she's just not in the game at all, which would probably be best, or she is in the game, but they're not mentioning that she's in the game until it comes out because they don't want to deter anybody from pre-ordering. Also, this is the Bone Shredder. I'm sure those of you who played the game know what this gun is, or the Bone Shredder 2.0. The Vita version, like much of the Vita version, was neglected. They forgot to put the texture in the game. So we got that. It does not show up as anything other than a loot beam when you drop it on the ground. It does not show up as anything in your inventory. It's just a blank item card. I promise it's not a modded weapon. It's just the Bone Shredder. And no matter how many times you try to get the gun to drop, it will always drop like that. I like the BO1 and the DLC. Those worms will never not be awesome. I still gotta play through the DLCs on Borderlands 1. I was kinda hoping to do it for the YouTube series that we were doing on it earlier in the summer, the multiplayer PS3 series. I still need to get the Game of the Year edition, though, for that. I figure it's probably cheaper to find the disc of the Game of the Year versus buying the DLC digitally. Because I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks to get digitally still. Whereas I can probably find the Game of the Year version. Because the DLC came on the disc for that, right? Like, it came on the second disc, or I guess, yeah, it came on 2 discs. I figured that'll probably be cheaper. I could probably find that for like 10, 15 bucks and still get all the DLCs that way. But yeah, I gotta play through those still. No Sham. Want to see a honeycomb, Sham. Then we know, that's when you get excited. We got 96 people in here. Welcome, everybody. I'm certainly biased. I like BO1 better. Oh, nice. Did you start with BO1, or was that one you just came to later? I remember doing that huge worm boss. It would level you up so quick. It was the worm in the DLC. Are you talking? I'm taking you're not talking about the destroyer, right? Dude, I was like in 4th or 5th grade, coming home from school, would spend all day, every day on it. No way. No joke, one of the best gaming eras for me. Everybody's got that gaming era. You just... Yeah, I remember those times fondly. You just really want to get home. It's like a nice day out. Or maybe it's like a rainy day out or something. You just want to get home. Like, I have that game waiting for me. Play it till dinner time, or play it after dinner or whatever till you have to go to bed. And yeah, I think I was 12 or 13 when I got my Vita and got Borderlands. I downloaded Borderlands 2 on it originally, and then actually, in the summer, I got the physical version. Like this past summer, I got the physical version, because why not? It was cheap. It was like 20 bucks. Found it on eBay. Still has the 2 little inserts that it would have come with way back when. Vita games didn't come with physical manuals. I don't know why they put a little spot in the cases for them. Because it's not like those cases were being used for anything else. So it's not like, oh yeah, they're just made with the little inserts anyway, right? So it's kind of weird, but like, yeah, comes with the little this is the DLC insert. There's the code. It's probably expired. There you go. And then it also came with the Tales of the Borderlands advertisement, as well as the Game of the Year advertisement. So kind of cool that they're in here, and you got the little PS Vita branding on them. You spawned it. Wait! Where did he go? Oh, hello, sir. Don't eat me, please. Lawn mow him. No, wait! I haven't finished mowing you yet. Oh my lord. I missed so many chats. I was in 6th grade playing BO1 and I love this game. I don't want to play BO2 since I thought it wouldn't reach the hype as the first one. Oh man, brother. Oh man. I remember, I think some people were had that that thought process back in the day, because I was watching. If anybody, I'm sure many people in the Borderlands 2 community know the late Yoda Slayer. He, like, if you watch some of his early videos, he was like kind of not dogging on Borderlands 2, but like questioning it, like, oh, where's the cool loot? Because Borderlands 1 had a lot of red chests in the beginning of the game, right? He's like, oh, where's the loot? Where's this? Where's that? Is it gonna live up to the excitement factor of Borderlands 1, right? But you know, as we went on, played it in 7th grade, and man, oh man, game had me hooked. I used it just now. Used what just now? Did I miss something? Oh, elevator. Sadly, my dad broke my USB and all my legendaries on it. So, oh, you backed up everything to a USB stick. Damn. That kind of sucks. Is there no like? I mean, it depends on how much you care about them, but like, is there no
Wow.
data recovery center you could take it to, and they might be able to get the stuff off of the chip? Huh? I just love how you just can't read some of the text until you get like right there. Man, dude. All right, we'll do 3 more runs to get us to 290. And then I'll call it a night there. I gotta go bed. BL1 is still superior. I think some people would disagree, but I mean, everybody has their own opinion, right? And at the end of the day, it's whatever you enjoy playing, right? You're the one who's playing the game. You're the one who's putting your time towards it. So you may as well play it if you enjoy. Chat must be behind me. I was joking about the code you showed. Oh, that's what you meant. I have it on the stream on low latency, so yeah, I think I never even tried to use the code, but like when you buy the game digitally on the Vita, you get all the DLC with it. So if you're ever thinking about getting Borderlands 2 on the Vita, buy it digitally because you'll get the DLC. Had the good old Xbox 360. Now the USB long gone. Now okay, my mistake. I'll never forget some dude had a modded shotgun in BL2 that would launch you in the skybox. Really, the ultimate rocket jumping gun. Damn. Yeah, no, there's so many. We've talked about it in previous streams too, and we're not 100% sure yet, but because the Vita version's technically on an older version of the game compared to the other ports, right? So we're wondering what bugs and what glitches are still in this version versus those versions. Because technically there should be some, depending on what master version this game actually is, right? But I don't know how to test that. 22 now. I'm also 22. Wait. He's doing the thing, the cool phase, the one that I like. Ow. I'm gonna put the Lyuda back on, I think, so I can kill him quicker. Yay! BL1 for writing, 2 for comedy characters, 3 for gameplay. Maybe Borderlands 4 will just be the epitome of all of those. Not sure if it was me, but BL2 on the 360 was hard AF. I was playing as Zero in true alternate mode and I kept dying. I was about to quit BL2 until I played another character. Yeah, well, Zero's oh fuck, he's still ahead. Zero's hard to play because he's kind of a squishy character, right? Like he's more of a stealth distance guy, or at least that's kind of how they designed him to be. So yeah, like people always say if you're like a new player to Borderlands 2, don't start with Zero, because he's got a learning curve to him, but if you can get past that, then he's pretty fun. People have also asked, what does boring bunker look like on the Vita, and to that, I don't know. I don't have a little 61.0 on here to test that with, but I think we can all safely assume that the game will crash. The game will make a loud, crunchy sound and then cease to function. Alright, let's put Lyudmila, or whatever the actual name is. Yeah, Lyudmila. Why do people call it the Lyuda? Was it just like a short form for the gun? Because Lyudmila was kind of a mouthful. Say Lyudmila 10 times fast. 89. Did you play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? I have it. Like, I bought it physically. I didn't buy it when it came out. I bought it later. I bought it for the PS4, and it's still in the original shrink wrap. I have not opened it yet. So, maybe I'll just sell it for $10 whole, new, unopened. I've seen some gameplay of it, but, like, I'm not in any kind of rush to play it. But if I really run out of Borderlands content, then maybe I'll pop it open and play it. Nope, had a friend play it though. I got it free on Epic Games. It was pretty good. Didn't complete it though. Played Gage on PC version. She seems pretty good. Yeah, surprisingly enough, Gage and Krieg did make their way onto the Vita version. I've played as Gage a little bit on the Vita. Definitely to not any kind of wholly inefficient. My friend. You gotta appreciate what we're doing here. We're playing on a Vita. We're playing on a device that's no bigger than your phone. And also from 2012. Yeah, I know. The game loads, it takes a little while, right? But relative to other maps on the Vita, it's actually pretty quick to load in Bunker, just because the map is so small. But, yeah. I have never played as Krieg on the Vita version, so I don't know if speccing his skills out would cause some mayhem in terms of the frame rate. My opinions are reformed. That's alright. Yeah. So, okay, surprisingly enough, and I always love telling people this, and I always love how there's new people in the stream, so I have new people to tell it to. This is the optimized version of this game. When the game released, and technically we can test this out at some point in the future, like I can delete the game files off of the Vita and then just use the cartridge. Like, the day one version... Oh wait, I did this for a reason. The day one version of this port exists on the cartridge, and if you look through the patch notes, it got several stability updates as well as given access to the extra 64 megabytes of VRAM that it wasn't already using for some reason. It was probably reserved for, like, system functions or something. So yeah, this is the optimized version of the game, and I kind of want to see what the unoptimized version looks like. Maybe we should do a series on that, beating the game on the unoptimized version of the Vita port, on the day one version. It's not day one of Borderlands 2 because the Vita port came out in 2014. So it's whatever version of Borderlands 2 existed in 2014, I imagine. We wouldn't be able to play the UVHM because Ultimate Mode, or Ultimate Vault Hunter. We got a bunker SMG, we got things! Second last run.
Now that's
What was I saying? Yeah, I can add you to the list now. Woo! 10 SMGs. No shams. Why did I click on that? It's very impressive, but even I can admit this is harder than the game itself. Yeah, it takes some getting you. Oh wait, it's money. It takes some getting used to, but you know what? It's not impossible to play. I will say that as a seasoned Borderlands 2 Vita veteran, I'd say at this point, it's not impossible to play. If you're playing this on a handheld Vita and this is like the only version that you have to play, it's playable. It's a full game. I mean, it's not the full Borderlands 2 experience, but in a vacuum, it's a full game. You have tons of content to play. You have tons of replayability. Could it have been made a little more stable? Yes, but I'm sure the developers did everything they could to actually, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're limited with hardware, right? Like you're limited to however much RAM the Vita had, and Borderlands is a kind of RAM intensive game, or like it uses the RAM that it is given to an extent, right? So like, think about it. You're taking a game with the DLC included. That's like 35 gigs on the PS3 360. And you're turning it into, once you have all the DLCs installed on the Vita, a 6.5 gig package. Like, that is a feat in and of itself. And, like, you know, it was a game for the modern consoles at the time. So porting that to a 2012 handheld, as ambitious as it was, they got it done technically. Like, I don't know if you could ask for more. Yeah, sure, Killzone looks and performs way better, but I also don't think the Killzone game was as big as this game is. Like, it's built with the Vita design in mind, definitely. But this one was not, and it shows. But you know what? It runs, and I'm just happy for that at all. Boom. Boss. Man. Always loved the SMGs in this game. You love the Vita SMGs. You definitely probably have more hours than me. It's just the controls, maybe, too. I think the issue is nothing new for me, just worse. Well, here's the thing. If you're playing on... Well, I guess if you're playing on a modded handheld Vita as well. But if you're playing on the PSTV... And luckily enough, the Borderlands 2 actually got a PSTV patch, because if it didn't, otherwise it just wouldn't work at all. Like, certain games won't work on the PSTV because they never got a compatibility patch, but if you're playing on here, you can use a PS4 controller, and the controls are mapped normally, like as if you were playing on a PS4. Right? So, you kind of jump the control hurdle immediately if you want to play it like that. It might seem a little off, you know, if your brain associates holding this controller with buttery smooth frame rates. I know it was for me, at least, like, coming back to this port and starting the YouTube series. But, like, you know, it's you get used to it. It's not impossible. And I think if you're getting into it, this is kind of an easier way to do it. Because on PS3, 4, 5, and PC, I've beaten it plenty of times. It's all chat spam. Sham before the 290th kill. I'll do one more. It's a one-to-one a PS3 port right there with you. Show how insane it is. Like, I think to fully appreciate the old console versions, like, play this and then play the PS3 port right after. It is a stark difference. Load times seem insanely quick. I mean, if I have an SSD in my PS3, but still, it's not utilizing that SSD speed. Load times are incredibly quick. The graphics are beautiful. The stability is more than you could ever ask for. Seriously, it's like daunting to play, and you have to change how you play with this version depending on the area that you're in, right? Like Thousand Cuts, Sawtooth Cauldron's awful. Iridium Blight. You need to, and what's it called? The Wildlife Preserve. You need to know what kind of gun loadout you're going to use before completing that area. Because if you open your inventory once you're 50% through that map, your game will crash. It's like a proven fact by this point. So it changes the way that you play Borderlands, because a lot of Borderlands is inventory management. And when you can't do that on the fly, at will, you have to rethink your strategy, right? And I think that's what makes this version unique too. is because it on the surface looks like traditional and what you're used to, but at its heart, it's kind of a different game. Like, you have to play it differently. And I think that just kind of adds to the replayability for some people, is that, like, yeah, I've played this game tons of times on PC, and I kind of play it the same way every time, but on here, I have to play it differently, but also the same, like how I'm used to, but I have to alter that, right? Like, it's kind of like a progressive way of playing the game, if you want to call it that. Man, I hate this phase. Turret doesn't do anything, he's just there to distract them. There we go. Actually very interesting, impressive. Dude, actually, I can play it on the Vita just because the Vita can. Like, I just respect that I can type V. And it's also a challenge, like you said. Yeah. Yeah, it's unique. It's a unique port of the game. It's like playing Borderlands 2 in VR, right? I mean, VR's more stable and graphically looks way more impressive than this, but it's a challenge to play that because, again, it's a completely new feel. You're in the game, literally. And I know for me the driving mechanic sucks ass in VR, but it's on the PS4, so that one's a fun... Ow! That one's a fun one to play, too. We've done a couple streams on that. Wait! I'm not in position yet. Yeah, it's a spicy mix. Oh, fuck off. We got a bunker SMG again. Really? Now it's dropping everything right at the end. I don't want you. I've had so many of you. We have 11 bunker SMGs. I'm gonna do one more, because we keep getting drops. I'll do one more. I know I gotta go to bed, but, like, I want to do one more. We have 111 people in here. Welcome, everybody. Money. I don't know why I'm collecting money. I don't need the money. It'll be interesting to see the final tally, if we do get this 94 Sham, like how many bunker SMGs we'll get, how many customizations. We haven't gotten oh, actually, you know what? I say that, yet I also didn't add a spot for the customizations. That's fine. It'll be interesting to see how many bunker SMGs we get, and just to see how many runs it actually takes. It'll be interesting to see if maybe it's less runs, if I'm being optimistic. Less runs than regular, or like triple the amount of runs it usually takes. Really hoping it's not triple. I don't want to have to be raising my children and also looking for this shield at the same time. That and Wipeout 2048 got Wipeout. It's so good looking. Never played a Wipeout before. Oh yeah, I think I missed one here other. Yeah, Vita personally, I've been playing Walking Dead Season 2. Oh, the Telltale game. I wish they made the Telltale Borderlands on the Vita, but I don't. I think the Vita was done getting games, at least good third-party games, by 2016 when that one came out. But yeah, 2040, I think I have Wipeout, actually. I have the cartridge of it. That one, yeah, that one's pretty. It looks really nice on the OLED Vita. It's very satisfying to look at. I like that one. I love Uncharted. I love the Uncharted Vita game. It was so cool. And I really wish more games did this, but I mean, it's simple when you think of it, but like, it's so cool when you get to like the map section, where you're like kind of going through the library with Sully, and you know, you find a blank piece of paper, and it's like, oh, there's nothing on this thing. And it's like, oh, you gotta hold it up to some light. So you know, you're thinking, oh, Nathan Drake's gonna hold the light, or the paper up to the light, and it's like, no, it's just showing you the piece of paper, and it's like, you need to show it to some light. So you have to take your Vita and hold it under a light, or hold it under like a flashlight or something now, and you like hold it up like this, and then slowly the map will start filling in. It's the coolest thing ever. I mean, I know it's just using the camera and having the light, like, you know, it's just sensing the ambient light around it, but like, it's the coolest thing ever to actually experience for the first time. And I mean, the Uncharted game was just fun too. Like it had great sound design, and the graphics were honestly really impressive for a launch game compared to what came kind of later. I like the Amazing Spider-Man as well. It may be again. I'm gonna kill myself doing this. It's maybe not the best way to play the game either, because it really struggles on the Vita to keep a consistent frame rate, and it kind of looks like buns too, but you know, it's still fun to have the entire open world on the Vita when even the Wii version of the Amazing Spider-Man didn't get the open world, which I just found was shocking, because I would think the Wii might be slightly more powerful than a Vita, but maybe not. So, you know, but it had a good selection of games. Not as much as it deserved, but what it did get was still fun. Alright, that is gonna cap off the night for me. I've just stopped keeping track of how many runs we do a night. I'm just keeping a list of overall stuff. But we did some runs. We got a Sham, so not a total failure, and we got two bunker SMGs. That's something to be proud of, I'm sure, if you're looking at it that way. I'm just gonna upload my character save just to make sure I've got a copy of that somewhere in case anything ever happens to this memory card in here, the 8 GB card that came with the PS TV. It's crazy to me to think that the 8 GB card is still so expensive. All the Vita memory cards are. If you're ever buying a Vita, do not buy the 64 GB official card. It was only released in Japan, but it's notorious for failures. Like it's insane for failure rate. So just stick with the 32 GB cards, or mod your thing and then get the SD to Vita thing. We're 291 out of 4,000. Good base. Why'd you have to say that? Great part of the stream that I watched. I'm sure the rest was just as good. I was just talking about Teachers College at the beginning. I just started that on Tuesday, and I was just being educator mode for that first little bit, so you didn't miss too much. But yeah. Alright, everybody. I thank every one of you. I'm seeing 117 people still here on my end. That's an absolutely insane number. I have an eyelash as well, so that's painful. But I appreciate every single one of you for coming by and spending the time with me tonight during the middle of the week, watching me fail hilariously at getting this Sham. You guys make these streams what they are. You make them exciting. You make them fun, whether we're talking about the game or talking about life in general. You know, it's just good to build that community, I think. That little family. But, yeah, I'll probably be back maybe Friday night. I know I also have to get up Saturday morning for something. We're back to the school schedule, so in case the post on the YouTube channel in the post section got pushed down a bit, Wednesday nights I'm going to try streaming because I have Thursday off from class. Friday nights I'm going to try streaming after work, and then Saturday nights, or Saturday during the day, depending on what we want to do, I'll try streaming then, and we'll go from there. We're balancing academia with YouTube, so appreciate all of your time tonight, and I will hopefully see you on Friday. Take it easy, everybody.